Hi everyone, happy week 3. So to get started with topic 3, you're going to scroll down, bypass topic 1 that we already completed. Again, topic 2 is optional, so you have the rest of the quarter to look through that material and take notes on it if you want. That was poetry. So now topic 3, we're moving to prose practice because again, this is what you'll be tested on for the AP test. So a little disclaimer though, while the videos and activities that I have for you focus on longer works of fiction, I just thought that these particular videos that the College Board made are a good stepping stone into getting you to write about prose. So the 3 topics that we're going to be looking at under prose practice is writing a thesis, which I know we've worked on all year. Some of you have struggled with, so hopefully this will be a last solid effort to get you to write a strong thesis. Developing commentary, which is just elaborating on that thesis and creating a line of reasoning. And then character complexities. We're going to start getting into the main juice of writing about characters. So again, while you'll be using works of longer fiction for these, it's still excellent practice, and I do not want to skip this this section because this will lead us into our short story section for next week. So again, you'll have 3 videos, 3 assignments. So again, the videos are a little bit longer, so you might want to break them into like 20 or 25 minute segments. Some are maybe 35 minutes, but please, please, please take notes on these videos because again, you can use these notes whenever you are taking your exam. All right, so let's get started. The first video is writing a thesis. So you can play the video here if you want. This one is about 43 minutes long, so you might want to again break it down. But again, take notes. Now I have included a presentation that's supplemental to the video. So I wouldn't recommend just reading through the presentation. I would maybe try to have the presentation up as you're listening to the video so you can see. Again, I did not make this presentation. This presentation was made by another AP teacher who has some kind of relationship with the teachers in the video, but you can just click on the presentation. And what I like about this particular video is while we focus on the longer drama or longer fiction or drama prompt, they give you sample theses, I guess, go over the rubric, shows you again how to craft a thesis, just like we've been talking about subject, assertion, and theme. It might be worded a little bit differently, but it's along the same lines. And also, you'll get to see what would receive the thesis point, as obviously this one would not, and they'll tell you what would receive the thesis point so you can see where your thesis might fit in, right? And then your assignment for this is you're going to be writing a thesis. So I have you use 2 novels that you've read already. So for assignments 1 and 2, you're going to use The Great Gatsby, and for assignment 3, you're going to use Frankenstein. And I purposefully wanted to let you use novels, one of them that you were pretty familiar with because you just read it, and another one that maybe you haven't read in a while and you have to start thinking about, because that could definitely be a possibility, or could have been a possibility for the AP test. So for this assignment, all I want you to do is, according to this prompt, all right, that's it, this prompt, I want you to write a thesis statement. If you want to write a full introduction just to help you, that's fine. But you definitely don't have to. I'm just looking for a thesis statement. So this was actually the prompt last year, and all of my students used The Great Gatsby for it, so I just thought it was ideal. But you can see that an author writes that it's wrong to have an ideal view of the world. That's where the mischief starts. That's where everything starts unraveling. So using The Great Gatsby, choose a character who holds an ideal view of the world. All right, so that's what you're doing. You're choosing a character who holds an ideal view of the world. Then analyze how the author's portrayal of this idealism and its positive or negative consequences contributes to an interpretation of the work as a whole. Now, I know that's a lot, and in the next assignment, you're going to be writing one body paragraph on this, starting to develop commentary. But all for this assignment, I just need you to practice writing a thesis. Again, if you want to write your introduction, you definitely can, as long as your thesis is, at the end there. All right, so you'll just type your thesis in here, and then you'll go to share. Make sure you get the shareable link. Please change it so I can edit it, and then you'll just copy. That link to the online text submission. All right. Now, video 2 is developing commentary, so we elaborate on the thesis now, and this focuses on connecting that line of reasoning. So if you go back to the course, and after you watch the video and take notes, you'll go here to click here to view the presentation, and the presentation will pop up. So again, I didn't make this. This is taken right from the video. So please go over this as you maybe listen to the video so you can see what everyone's talking about in the video. All right, and we'll talk about the importance of a line of reasoning, which is just the way you structure your response. So you have your thesis. Everything connects back to your thesis. All right, we've talked about this all year, but every single paragraph, you need to connect it. Okay, that's from the webinar, it says the connective language and the tissue between ideas and paragraph. And I do have a couple activities on you with you for the line of reasoning, but please read through these. There's so many good points and strategies in here that these AP teachers do a much better job than I probably do of going over it. So, like I said, read through. There will be some things that might not apply to you. We were actually going to do this activity this year around Thanksgiving, but we ran out of time. I can't remember what we were doing, but it's called the hand turkey activity, and it's pretty fun, but it helps you to establish that line of reasoning. And it will go through and take you through and show you some sample essays as well as some thesis statements. Okay, so once you're done with that, you will go to assignment 2, developing commentary. Okay, you want to view the assignment and make a copy. Now, again, this assignment elaborates on your thesis. So it's the same prompt. All right, it's the same prompt that I gave you in assignment 1. And what I want you to do is copy your thesis here just so we both can be reminded of what you're planning on writing about. And then I want you to write one body paragraph. That's it. Okay? Just one body paragraph that works on developing commentary that explains the relationship among your textual evidence, the line of reasoning, and your thesis. So I don't want you to use your book for this. You don't need to use direct quotes unless you genuinely have them memorized. You're just writing about it. So if you chose Gatsby as your character who has an ideal view of the world, just pick one specific thing to focus on, but make sure whatever claim or assertion, and theme that you made in your thesis, that's somehow connected here. So I'm only wanting you to write one body paragraph because I want you to take your time. I want you to plan, every sentence, every thought, every word. You have time. Okay, you have, if you watch the video one day, you have a whole other day to complete this one paragraph. So again, take your time, give me your best paragraph. And I probably will have some of you, if I want you to add more or change something, redo it until I feel like, you have the overall gist of it. And again, all of these activities will help you with the prose writing. I mean, The Great Gatsby, Frankenstein, those are prose, which means it's just not poetry. But those are longer works of fiction, and you already understand the context. For your test question, you're going to have to write about a passage that you've never read before and don't have any context, but still you have to know how to write a thesis. You have to know how to develop commentary, and you have to know how to focus on characters. So remember, the College Board posts different videos every day, but I'm just going through and picking the ones that I think you might need a little more work on, or ones that I think will help you more specifically for the prose exam. So the last one I picked was the character complexities. Start this video at around the 8-minute mark, unless you want to see a recap of the last poetry video. So if you want the assignment that I posted in poetry number 3, they go over that a little bit. So if you don't care about that, just start it about 8 minutes in. But if you want to watch it, start it from the beginning. Okay, so then you can click here to view the presentation afterwards. And again, feel free to take notes not only from the video, but from the presentation. As you can see, these first couple slides focus on that poem. So slide 9 starts here with slide 8 starts here with the guided practice, just focusing on how a character's choices, actions, speech reveal complexities in that character. And I guarantee for the test question, you'll have a passage and it's going to ask you about one of the characters or a relationship between the characters. So this will really help you. All right, so go through and finish looking at the presentation. And then for your assignment, right, open up your assignment again, make a copy. And I ask you to use Frankenstein. Now I know it's almost been probably a year since you've read Frankenstein, but that's okay. That's okay. I know you still remember a little bit of it, but I don't expect you to remember anything. If you want to refresh your knowledge of the novel a little bit, you may. Just please don't plagiarize any of your response. So we're going to focus on a line of reasoning here. Here is the prompt that I want you to focus on. Many works of literature contain a character who intentionally deceives others. The character's dishonesty may be intended to help or hurt. The character can choose to mislead others for personal safety, to spare someone's feelings, or to carry out a crime. So use Frankenstein and choose a character who deceives others. It doesn't have to be the creature. It could be the creature. I can think of several instances where the creature has deceived others. It could be Victor. So think about which character, but it just says choose one character. And then you need to analyze the motives for the character's deception and discuss how the deception contributes to the meaning of the work as a whole. So I ask you to start with your thesis. And again, if you want to write a full introduction, you can. You definitely do not have to. I give you a little bit more time for this. This isn't due on that Friday. It's actually due April 20th, I believe. Let me make sure. Yeah, it's due April 20th. So you have the whole weekend. And I am asking this to be due sometime Monday, hopefully, in the morning. So you have a lot more time because this one's going to take a little more time. So type your thesis here. Then I'm asking you for 3 claims. So basically, if you're going to have 3 body paragraphs, so what would you write about? You're not writing out these body paragraphs in full sentence form or paragraph form. You can just put points for all I care in each of the claims. These are just kind of for notes. And then for your first claim, let's say you're choosing, Victor, okay, as your character, and you made a thesis about him. And so what would be the first thing that you would talk about or discuss with Victor? What is evidence from the text? I'm not asking you to use specific quotes because technically you wouldn't have your book on you, but just, instances in the text that you could eventually discuss. So again, you're not giving me full paragraphs or sentences here. You could give me sentences, but I just want brief notes for each of these. All right, so for your thesis, your first claim, 3 things in that first claim that you might discuss. Your second claim, 3 things in that second claim. Same thing with your third claim. All right, so again, you have a little more time to do this one, but you're focusing on Frankenstein. And yes, again, these are all longer works of fiction. However, these activities, I picked them purposefully to lead us into some more isolated prose practice for next week. All right, so if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out, message me, and I will be talking to you guys soon.